Hello, fellow YouTube friends. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It's Tuesday, January 9th, the year 2018. I think this might be the first talking video other than movie reviews I've made this year. Haven't been making many of these videos because it's just the world's gone crazy. I mean, it's like the world's lost its mind, especially here in the US of A. It's almost like I should just quit looking at Facebook and the news and listening to the radio, because stuff just ain't making sense. I mean, there's something about some guy who didn't want to kiss a transgendered woman or whatever, and now they're calling him transphobic. I mean, really? It's just, I mean, all I can think of, if my father were still alive, he'd just go, "Are you kidding me?" Go, "You got to be kidding." I mean, some of this stuff is just totally nuts. And we've got they're already talking about Oprah running for president. I mean, truth be told, if Trump doesn't run next time and Oprah runs against some establishment, previously elected person, I'd vote for Oprah, only because I believe in voting for non-politicians, people who haven't held elected office, because we got to drain the swamp and just get rid of the nonsense. And then we've got these people who think everything is either racist or something, and it's just absolutely crazy. Stuff going on in stores, you know, this person's refusing to serve that person. I don't know. It's as though Idiocracy, the movie, has come to bear about 400 years early. I think the movie was set in the year 2510. I think it started about 2015, if not before. Some of the things these people say, these elected officials, I mean, and it's our fault. It's our fault as collective, because we keep voting them back in. Even if you personally don't vote for them, it's still partially your fault, because it just means you haven't convinced enough people to see it your way. Because common sense really has seemed to left the building, left the planet. Maybe it went off on that last SpaceX shot. You know, maybe they put common sense into cargo. I just cannot believe some of the craziness. And then, you know, the global warming people. Well, tell that to the people back east. I mean, it's just, and the way people are treating each other. I mean, just the name calling, and the, you know, in mean-spirited name calling, not the, you know, just jesting around, you know, but just flat out mean-spirited. And, you know, we're still talking about taking a knee, and how people think that's disrespecting soldiers and the flag, when once again it's got nothing to do with it, but that's how some people spin things. I took a real interesting, or sat in on an interesting meeting last week. It had to do with something called ACE, Adverse Childhood Experiences. And basically, this study said that the more adverse childhood experiences you have, chances are you're going to have a, you know, worse time of it as an adult. And the more you have, the higher the chances or the incident of you having worse chances. So I sat front and center at the seminar. I listened. I asked some questions. I made some observations. And then towards the end, they're saying, so how can you bring this to your community? And, how can we implement this? And this one lady stood up, well, we're going to form a subcommittee, or steering committee, rather. I almost busted out laughing because, you see, it's what I call government theater, which is the appearance of getting things done while actually doing nothing. And what I mean by that is forming a committee. That goes in a new, yeah, and we formed a committee. It sounds like you did something. You haven't done jack, you know what. You just do it. You don't need a committee. Just, assign a task to a person and make sure the person does the task. That's how you get things done, or do it yourself. I mean, these committees will sit around for hours and decide when we should hold the next meeting. Well, I can't make it on Thursday, but if we did it on Wednesday, well, I've got this appointment on Wednesday. Maybe we could do it on Friday. Oh, yeah, well, I could do it on Friday. No, I can't do it on Friday. That's what happens. You think I'm kidding? Go sit into one of those meetings. Meetings are a waste of time. What meetings do, it makes you look important to the people who aren't in the meeting. Ooh, so-and-so's in the meeting. Oh, wonder what happened in the meeting. Oh, wish I could go to the meeting. No, you don't wish you could go to the meeting. Because the people in the meetings, at least some of them are going, my God, I can't believe people are so stupid. Why am I got real work to do. I mean, when I used to work for the U of A, I mean, we had like a 2-hour staff meeting every Monday. Total waste of time. Total, complete. Then we had I was the assistant DP manager, and the DP manager, we had a meeting with the director, the finance department director. Once again, a total waste of time. No work was accomplished. Nothing was accomplished. If the director needs to know what's going on, I can issue a write a memo. That way I can be concise with my thoughts. If I make a mistake, I correct it. She can read it in 5 or 10 minutes, probably closer to 2. This is what we did. This is what we need. So I know I'm kind of all over with this video, because like I said, I haven't made one. I think this is the first me talking to you video this year. But it's just the lunacy, the crazy, the idiocracy that's just everywhere. And these people here in Oregon, pumping their own gas. It's like, us in New Jersey, the only states in the union where it's illegal to pump your own gas. Over on I-5 in Canyonville at the casino, you can pump your own gas because it's on Indian land. And throughout the time I've been here, I haven't heard anybody blowing themselves pumping their own gas in Canyonville. Oh, but we need jobs. These people don't know. They just do not have a clue. They don't. And I tell you, we've got a Governor Brown. California's got a Governor Brown. I mean, they're in a race neck and neck. Who can destroy their state the first? Who can be the first just to make the stupidest things? Oh, we're a sanctuary state. Oh, okay, we'll be a sanctuary state too. I mean, it is just ridiculous. I understand civil disobedience. But, there's a time to draw the line. Now California and Oregon are upset because Jeff Sessions might want to crack down on, marijuana. Well, it's against the law. It's against federal law. Hey, personally, I don't think there should be any law. If you want to smoke it, smoke it. I mean, who gives one person or group the right to tell another person or group right what to do, what to eat, what to smoke? I mean, it's just absurd. Just like there's still dry counties in this country where you can't buy alcohol. It's done at a local level, but alcohol is legal. So, I mean, if it's legal on the federal level, then how can it be illegal on the local level? I mean, somebody should challenge it, because if you're going to challenge it one way, you got to challenge it the other way too. It's just that simple. And don't get me started on what the SEIU Local 503 is doing. I'll put that on a whole nother video. I mean, this union is just totally out of control. They ignore the bylaws when they want to. They make members adhere to the letter of the bylaw, just whatever they choose, whatever is convenient to them. I mean, it's just totally ridiculous. I had their staff attorney send me an email telling me something that he's denied. Go, you don't have the authority to deny me anything. According to the bylaws, you are at the advisory. You advise. You do not rule. So, you know, I stood up to him. I'm standing my ground against them because I'm not going to let these people bully me. It's just that, or any of my fellow union brothers or sisters. I'm not going to let them get bullied. No way. It's just that simple. Not to mention they're holding an election that I've already pointed out a couple holes in the system, how they can rig the election. I mean, if they don't announce, if they don't put on the website, announce when candidates have filed their candidacy, then when the deadline comes and they don't post it till a couple days later, we don't know if they behind the scenes found somebody to run against somebody. We don't know if that happened. Ditto with the candidate statements. If those statements are not published on the day that they are due, then we don't know if they gave somebody an unfair advantage of reading one candidate's statement so they can then draft theirs to counter the other one. And they're not going to do anything about it. I mean, it's just absurd. So like I said, I've been all over the map here, talking about this, that, and the other thing. I don't know, call it a rant, but collectively, this country has lost its mind. I don't know. I guess it happened on my watch. You can blame me. But I'm telling you, my fellow friends, YouTubers, Americans, you really need to wake up and smell the hypocrisy.